Hi, it's Michael Bovee with Consumer Recovery Network, and I'm back to talk about a topic many people wonder whether or not they should resolve a debt or just let it age off their credit. Well, first of all, if you have the luxury of asking yourself this question, it's because you're not being hounded by debt collectors and especially not debt collection law firms, because that's one of the motivating factors behind taking advantage of settling a debt for less that you haven't paid for many months or even a few years, is to make sure that it doesn't get more expensive to resolve the debt because you've been sued, and you can settle still then. I do it a lot. It's just, it costs more. So if you have the luxury of debating with yourself, well, you know what? Nobody's really hassling me. I'm just going to let this age off my credit. It's going to happen at 7 years of non-payment. That's 7 years from when you stop paying your original creditor. And in each of our states, there is a timeline that is a legal limit, it's called the statute of limitations, to bring a collection lawsuit, a legitimate one, into the courts to try to get you to pay that way. And if they get a judgment, they can, in most states, they can garnish your wages, except for 5 different states. They can levy your bank account, and they can lien your real property, like your home. So in order to determine whether or not you're past that point, you can post in the comments below. There are other places to find the information, but I'm happy to answer your questions in the comments. And I can tell you what your state statute of limitations is. And the clock starts ticking from when you stopped paying your original creditor. So if you stop paying, in this example, let's say Citibank, in maybe January of 2015, and you live in California, the statute of limitations to sue you expired in January of 2019. That's 4 years in California. And it's 1 year from coming off of your credit in January of 2022. So in this example, would I want to settle a debt? Should I settle a debt? The only thing that would motivate yours truly in this environment is whether or not that is holding me back, that appearing on my credit still, from getting a mortgage, for example, accomplishing a major life goal. And suddenly I apply for it. I had no idea this thing was going to hold me back. It's a $5,000 account, and I can go settle it for 35 or 40 cents on the dollar and get the home loan that I competed like crazy to try and get in this housing environment. I can make an argument for that. What if you're past the statute of limitations for them to sue you in Virginia, which is 3 years, and it's got 2 or 3 years left of life on your credit reports, and you still have these other goals that you want to accomplish? Well, then yeah, the answer is go ahead and resolve it. But the answer for me, okay, is because in normal economic times, I need my money more than the bank or the debt collector does. And if I'm past the point where they can sue me, so I don't have that motivating factor to try and keep that from happening, and I'm a couple years from this falling off my credit, if I don't have a major financial goal or some kind of loan that I need to apply for and get approved for, like a parental plus student loan or something that matters a lot to me more than the money in my pocket, I'm typically going to wait for that to age off my credit. It just makes more sense. And now, on the flip side, if I do have some goals that I want to accomplish and I can still be sued, I'm definitely thinking about settling. You can schedule a consult with me. I'll talk to you about the creditors that are more likely to sue you in your circumstances, or the debt buyers that you're probably at risk from. And we can game plan a strategy where you can still take care of those debts, accomplish goals, especially credit goals too. But if you are in a situation where you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to let this age off, and you change your mind, you can usually settle expired and pass the SOL debt better than if it weren't past the SOL, when they still have the carrot stick, right? Hey, yeah, we'll settle this with you for less, or we'll sue you, right? You can generally get better outcomes and control the settlement environment that you're in. If you want a negotiator to help you with that, we're available. If you have questions, again, about your statute of limitations, or whether or not in your specific set of circumstances you should try to settle a debt first before you go for some other financial goals, get this off your credit, then just post in the comments. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.